everybody, welcome back to my channel, Kicks with Fresh. Now if you're new here, I go by K Fresh, and by the title of the video and the sign over here, you already know what I'm going to be talking about today. Now before we get into the logistics of this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Your girl will be giving you weekly videos and you don't want to miss out on any more fire content. Also, please make sure to like this video. A lot of people have been asking me in my previous video on the Yeezy 350 V2 Zebras about what the sizing is. Should they go a half size up? Should they do true to size? And basically this video will do a comparison for you so that you can better understand what you should do when you are faced with purchasing some Yeezy 350 V2. Comment below. Do you own a pair of Yeezy 350 V2s? If so, what colorway? What sizing did you get? Did you get the true to size or did you go a half size up? Maybe you went a half size down. Definitely want to hear, what you did in terms of getting the best fit for you in this colorway. Now, if you have been watching any of my other videos, or if you've watched just my Adidas 350 V2 videos, you will know that I purchased the Zebras off of Yeezy Supply a couple months ago, back in January, and I got a size 9. And then I just recently purchased the Yeezy 350 V2 Cinder colorway, and I did get that in a 9.5. So I want to show you the receipts on these boxes so that you know that it's real. Here is my 9.5 Yeezy 350 Cinders. And then here is my 350 V2 Zebras, size 9. So now that I've taken both of these shoes out of the box, I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I did in both pair of shoes to either loosen up the prime knit or really just figure out what that best and most comfortable fit is for me. Now when it comes to my size 9s in the Yeezy 350 V2s, one of the things that I didn't particularly like is how snug the toe box was. For me, my toes were kind of rubbing up on the side of here and kind of a little bit on the side of here. It wasn't terrible, but I think with this type of material, it was very noticeable. If you're going to the mall, things like that, like you want to make sure that you don't have too snug of a fit. I got a lot of comments and feedback saying that over time, the Yeezy 350 V2 is supposed to stretch out a little bit and give you a more comfortable fit after a couple of wears. So when I thought about purchasing another pair of Yeezy 350 V2s, I went ahead and went with a size 9.5. And the reason because I did that is because a lot of people either said, okay, you can go a half size up or you can keep your true to size, which is my size 9, take the insoles out, beat them to death, and they become more comfortable and more, loose fitting as time goes on. So basically, if I have both of these shoes neck and neck, they're pretty similar in terms of the actual sizing. And I'm actually gonna take the insoles out because I wanna make sure that you all see, I guess, how close in sizing they are. So when you look at these two shoes, the only thing that you see is different is literally like, this is like an inch or a half of inch of space when you put these two insoles together. So honestly, there's not a ton of difference in space. Really what you see is right here. And I wanted to show you all that because sometimes a half size can run you really, really, really big. But now I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I did in both of these shoes and ultimately what I would go with if I were to purchase another 350 V2. Now, one of the things I will say is this is my opinion, and so you can take my opinion for face value. If you want to continue to buy your true to size, I'm not telling you that you cannot. I'm also not telling that you have to purchase a half size up or a half size down in your shoes. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure to mention as I'm doing this video is I did wear both of these shoes a total of 3 times each. The reason why I did that is because I knew I wanted to do a comparison video and I wanted to make sure that it was an even comparison of, okay, I wore both shoes 3 times and this was my experience. And so I want to start with the Yeezys and then I'll talk a little bit about the Cinders and how those felt with each of my wears. So with the Zebras, I did wear these shoes 2 times with socks and 1 time without. The first 2 times that I wore these shoes with socks, They were a little snugger of a fit, like I said, more in the toe box area. So it was a little bit uncomfortable, but that second wear, I felt like they were loosening up. By the third wear, I actually wore these without socks, and I wanted to see if that felt like any better, and it definitely did. One of the things that I thought about when wearing them without socks is this shoe is a little more breathable than like your average sneaker. So I felt like for the summertime, it's perfectly fine that I wear these shoes, you know, without socks. And obviously I wouldn't wear them in the winter just because they're primarily white. But this is a shoe that, because it is a size 9, I preferably probably would not wear these with socks. So when we talk about these cinders, again, I wore these 3 times, 2 times with socks, 1 time without socks. The first 2 times that I wore these shoes with socks, I did feel that it was roomier in the toe box right off the bat. One thing that I felt that kept happening to me, which was kind of weird, I went on a walk in these shoes. It was like a mile, walk, and my feet slipped around. It might have been the type of socks that I was wearing. I was wearing those like really stretchy, like athletic, breathable socks. Maybe if I wore these with some cotton crew socks, maybe I would not have as much slippage. And then the third time that I wore the shoe without the socks, it was just to go run some errands, like going out to get some groceries, running to the bank, things of that nature. And I did feel that these shoes were, again, a lot more roomier. They weren't like slipping off at the heel. It wasn't too bad, but I do feel like that this ultimately was a roomier fit. So basically, I'm just gonna grab both shoes really quickly and talk really quickly about if I were to buy another pair of Yeezy 350 V2s, what size would I choose? Honestly, when it comes down to it, I have a wider foot, and so for me, I like the roomier feeling in the toe box as well as around the arch area. With the 9s, I felt like I wasn't getting that room, and over time, like I just feel like maybe these shoes will still be just a little too snug for my liking. But if you like snug fitting shoes as well as you feel like your foot is more narrow, then you probably could get away with your true to size. So if I was to purchase another size of Yeezys, I probably would do a 9.5, just so I can have that roomier feeling and I can wear socks with them. I would make sure to wear the right type of socks, maybe just a regular cotton sock, as well as if I wanted to wear them without socks, then I can also do that and have a comfortable comfortable wear. So, I thank you so much for, definitely looking at this size comparison video. Again, this is my opinion. So, really this is just supposed to help you to decide, which size are you going to go with? Are you going to go with your true to size, or are you going to go a half size up? Just because these shoes do cost a lot of money, and you don't want to get a shoe that obviously is uncomfortable. I know I have other shoes in my collection that are not very comfortable, and I kind of not regret purchasing them because I like the shoe, but in terms of comfort, which is very important to me, and some of the shoes that I wear, not all of the shoes that I wear, but just depends on the type of shoe, I do want to make sure that I'm getting the correct size. So I thank you so much for viewing this video. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment below. Do you have any other Yeezy silhouettes? Maybe some 700s, any of those other silhouettes, maybe some slides. I don't own a pair of slides. I'm interested to see if you feel the same way in terms of the sizing, or maybe it is just a 350 V2, silhouette type of issue just because of the materials with the prime knit. But I definitely love the fact that I was able to try on both shoes, wear them a total of 3 times to give you all this comparison video, and I really hope that it does help you. I know that there's some other 350s coming out, because to be honest, like 350s come out so often and there's so many colorways that, if you are a 350 fan, you don't want to go like, okay, I'm gonna get a 9, I'm gonna get a 9.5, maybe I'm gonna get a 10, and then you have all these varied sizes and you're not necessarily wearing them all. So I think that that is another reason why I wanted to do this video. So once again, thank you so much for viewing this video, and I hope you all have a really great day.